Hello YouTube, I'm back about an hour later, maybe not even. Here's the same room. All that trash is gone. Here's the other room. This was the worst of the worst. Still a room in there. And I gotta take that bracket off the wall. But I cleared this room up. I'm not worried about all this little small stuff on the carpet because all these carpets are gonna get ripped up. So I'll just give them a quick little vacuum, pick up most of the dirt and crap on this floor. It's a mess. As you can see, these carpets are totally, there's no saving these carpets. They're destroyed. So I'll give that a quick vac. There was really nothing in that room. And kitchen, it was all trash here. And like I said before I filmed that video, there was actually 3 or 4 trash bags. You can see the wetness on the floor right there. All right in here. But there's garbage bags leaking all kinds of stuff out of there. So here's a new toilet I'm going to end up putting in. I'm going to put back these drawers back in today. And let's walk outside. Look at the pickup truck, it's full. And there's the other garbage bags. And around that corner right there is another big table I got to throw in the dumpster. But yeah, we're getting there. Hour makes a difference. I even cleaned out the broken door. Look at this door. Look at this freaking door. As you guys can see, I gotta fix that. The door is still good, believe it or not. Still a solid door. Still closes. Hinges are good. Of course, they painted them 100 times. You know, that's what happens. And this is why landlords, people say slumlords and all that stuff. The owner of this building is actually a pretty decent guy. Look at, he puts in new mowing, not cheap neither. He puts in new mowing faucets for these people. Okay, they destroy them. They destroy them. That's a mowing you can't even see. I gotta go get my light bulbs for that bathroom anyway. I bought a pack of brand new light bulbs yesterday. I'm gonna throw them in there. But anyways, there's brand new mowing faucet in that bathroom. He's gonna put a brand new. Actually, it's not that toilet because I got the wrong one yesterday, and he wants to put the one piece. It's actually a better toilet, which these ones aren't that bad. This is a push button toilet. You push the two. I don't know if you could see it here. Probably not, but anyways, on the top of this lid where my finger is right here, there's 2 buttons you could push. One's for a little flush and one's for a heavy flush. But, you know, that's a Home Depot toilet. That's like $100 toilet. Because in places like this, rental properties and stuff, you don't want to go put a $200 toilet in your freaking rental property. Let me tell you right now. Not with tenants like, as you can see, not with tenants like these. You know, so when people are going to rent apartments and stuff like that, you know, they're like, oh, this is a slumlord. Hey, you got to understand, you get all kinds of people, landlords have to deal with this. And this is they're spending all this money to put faucets, lights, what have you, all new plug covers, stuff like this. You know what I mean? Every time somebody moves in and out of one of these apartments, the owner of this place is a real good landlord. He even pays for the blinds that go over the window. These are brand new blinds before this lady moved in and destroyed. As you can see, the doors weren't like this. Look at this, filthy, filthy. Look at that. Look at that's what well, she's not supposed to have pets in here unless she's in a lease. Snuck a dog in the apartment. The carpets weren't like this, okay? The dog did that. Look at this carpet's all ripped up. I mean, this is, look at, now I'm gonna have to replace the trim. Oh, well, we're getting mice and stuff in there. Well, yeah, your dog ate the freaking edge of the door. And, you know, how do you think mice are coming in now? They're coming right through your front door. Because your dog ate a big hole in the door. That was a perfectly fine piece of trim like this on this side. Over here, no mice or nothing are getting in there. You know what I mean? Look at the size. Look at the size of the freaking hole through there. I mean, you could see daylight through the door. A mouse could climb right through that little hole. This little hole right there. That's a perfect... a mouse, believe it or not, look it up if you don't believe me. A freaking mouse could climb through a slot as thin as a quarter. Lay a quarter flat on the table, on your table, your countertop. Lay a quarter flat on your countertop or anywhere. Look at the thickness of a quarter. That's all a mouse needs to get in a house. Any type of mouse. Field mice. The little brown ones with the big eyes are field mice. And then you have your regular gray house mouse. They call them city mouse. You know what I mean? So over here, there's a lot of, look at this under here. Here's another thing. Look what they do. They break the freaking counters. They break all this stuff. And what do people do? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, guys. This is what they do. Look at, they broke the whole bottom. They break the whole freaking cabinet, and then they stick freaking, what's that? Oh, I'm touching it too. Freaking mouse poisoning. Let me get this out of here. Touch this over here. Yeah, so that's what people do. They kicked in the whole bottom of the cabinet, broke it, and then they stick cardboard and tape under it and complain to the landlord to fix it. But, yeah. Like I said, this door closed fine. These locks are not in here. Another thing that tenants do. Look at the trim on the door. They busted. Obviously, somebody was kicking this door. Look at the crack on the top of the door. This is another thing they do. They lock themselves out of the house, or the tenants start fighting. Boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, however you want to put them together. You know how it goes. And then they have their domestic disputes in the apartments. They start destroying stuff. This whole freaking door frame, if you could see the trim, this was not like that. So this is a solid steel door. Do you know how hard you got to kick this door to pop the top of the wall out? I mean, you could tell the whole door is bent from the bottom. The door sits in there. You see that? Look at the top of the door over here. Where my finger is. Where my finger is here. Guess what? Yeah, they freaking broke the whole door. It looks like somebody was kicking this from there, yeah, you can see. See all the footprints on the door? They were kicking this. That's what happened. Okay, so instead of telling the owner the door needs to be replaced, what did they do to get the door to close? After that, dummies put big screws in the side over there. Then they started kicking, as you can see. They started kicking the freaking bottom of the door to close it. They kicked the door so hard so many times. They pushed in the bottom of the door, and they popped out the whole top of the door. Okay? So, I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm going to say there are really scumbags, slumlord landlords and stuff like that. Anywhere you go, trust me, I watched videos of landlords in United Kingdom and England and all that stuff. Every country goes through the same thing with tenants, and, you know, it's no different. America, wherever you live, you got your decent people and you got your scumbags. You know, that's everywhere in the world. Everybody knows that, you know. It's not no big secret. Don't think because you moved to England. It looks all nice on video, but let me tell you, there's ghetto scumbag places everywhere you go in the world. You got your nice places where people, you know, work hard, got nice houses, you know what I mean? Halfway decent homes, but they work their asses off for it, and they maintain their neighborhoods. And then you got ghetto scumbag neighborhoods where, you know, and I'm not saying everybody in the ghetto is a scumbag, you know. I was brought up around this area, and as you can see, this is not a nice city here. Matter of fact, if you look at that mountain I was showing you in the back, okay, I'll say this. This just happened behind this big mountain here through this window. Probably back over this way, there's a mall, the city mall. And they just found a guy dead in his car in the parking lot at that mall. And then literally, let me go this way to the front of the house now. And if you look over this way, if you look down there, there's a street down there that goes around. If my camera focuses, that street. So in other words, if you go out of here, you follow that street down. You follow this street all the way out. That goes to another street. You take a left, and right by the mall, there's another street called Hamilton Avenue. They found some homeless guy there either the day before or the day after this happened. So one dead guy in the car in the mall parking lot, and one dead guy under a porch of a 3-family house. Homeless guy dead under the porch. And that's literally, I could walk from here, not even a minute. Walk here right around the corner, right? You go down this street, you walk right around this way, and on the other side of all these houses, the other side of the mountain over there is where the mall is, where all the gangster kids hang out and start trouble. So who knows what happened to the guy. Let me zoom back out. Who knows what happened? I haven't read up. I just read the story about both guys in one day. One guy was 45, my age. Actually, the guy that was found under the porch was my age, 45 years old. But they said he was homeless. He didn't have nowhere to stay, so he climbed under somebody's porch. I don't know if he was a drug addict or... As a matter of fact, like I was saying, if I drove out of here right now and I went down that street right here and I took a left and you go down the street towards the mall, there's actually the highways over there. Over here to the left is the main highway, and under that bridge of the highways were all the a bunch of the panhandlers and homeless hang out over there and beg for money under the bridge. And these guys that hang out under the bridge, actually, if I stand here and hold my camera here long enough, the guy comes from down the street this way, the homeless guys. But one of the main ones, he walks this street every day, and he lives down behind these condos down that way. And basically, he walks up this street, goes right over there, hides under the bridge, and stands under the bridge. He hides, though, because the cops are always telling him to get out of there, you know, because he's over there. I mean, the guy's not that bad, but you offer the guy a job, and he don't want a job. So he's got to be on drugs or whatever. He doesn't look like a homeless guy. I mean, most of the time he's wearing halfway decent clothes. You know what I mean? He's got a nice winter coat, everything. So I don't know if he just got that at the homeless shelter. Because actually, again, if you walk down this street right here, walk down the street for about a minute and around the corner, and the homeless shelter's right there on another one of the main roads in this area. But you got a beautiful view here. I'll go out on the porch so you could see. You could actually see for miles. There you go. From this apartment. It's a little foggy today, but yeah. And there's the other view. This is up on a mountain. So that's the other. I used to live on that other part of the city. If you could see between there. My camera's not that great, but it's foggy too. All the way on the other side of the city, over in this area. I lived there for years. Oh, there's my caddy right there. That's my Cadillac Escalade that I gotta put the oil pump in. Oh, I just got my license plate. I don't think it came in. I don't care. If you're looking for me that bad, come find me. Now you got my plate number, which I really don't care about. I don't live in this town anyway. I live in another town about 10 minutes away. So, like I said, look at these walls. My camera focuses. There you go. You can see these. Here's the top of the wall. Go down the wall. Everything is filthy in this place. All kinds of freaking food and stuff splattered on the wall. I gotta pull all these screws out of here. Here's a bunch of screws. I'll probably just pull right out because people don't even put screws in the walls, right? There you go. Look at that. See that? Might as well pull them out. Look at that. Don't pull them. Screw them. Because if you pull them, you're going to make the hole bigger. Then you just... I could do it with my fingernail. Take your fingernail. Or whatever you got. I got thick fingernails from work. But anyways, as you can see that now, look at that. Now I could just throw some compound over there and fix that hole. There's another screw there. Ceilings aren't that bad in here. I probably won't have to paint the ceilings because they all look pretty good. The bathroom ceiling I'm going to have to paint. But the rest of these ceilings in this apartment are not dirty at all. A few little cobwebs over that door. Of course, the trim in here. I got to pull all this trim anyway when I do the flooring. All of this baseboard's going to come off. I'm going to clean it up, fix it up. You won't see none of that when I'm done. That big gap right there. This is cheap baseboard, so I don't even know how good it's going to come off. And look at this. You know? Now, why should a landlord have to spend money, as you can see? Okay? And this guy's only owned this place a couple of years so far. Somebody else owned this place, but you can see they pieced. Look at this. Now, one freaking, you could fit a full, come on, you could fit a full piece of, freaking baseboard in here. That's how cheap. The other landlord, not the new owner who I'm talking about now. Look at dog. Again, her dog. Her dog ate the freaking side of the thing. Look. They don't even put the baseboard. This is a rental apartment, so I guess don't. You know, after like I'm saying, look at this door now. There's another one. Everywhere you look, this is why landlords lose their minds, and they don't fix shit. This is why. Look at the top of the door. All freaking broken. By the time this owner gets done of not getting paid rent for the past 5 or 6 months, now he's got to go and dump $3,000 or more in just materials, because just for the flooring for this apartment, we already measured and priced it out. It's probably going to be about 12, depending on what he gets, about 12 to 18 bucks for vinyl plank flooring to cover these floors. You know what I mean? Then he's got to paint it now. Here in Connecticut, 5 gallons of paint is 160 something bucks, $170. So there's another $170 plus paying me. It's gonna cost him. I mean, I'm not charging him that much money because the guys, you know, hey, I got a garage over here. You know what I mean? I got all that storage I was showing you guys in my other video. So, you know, I'll probably do all these floors for him, which I could do them in 2 days. I'll probably do all these floors for him for like 400 bucks. Yeah, that cheap, guys. And it's going to look awesome. You'll see my after pictures. It's going to look awesome. You know, it's not going to... So I'll work about 6 to 8 hours a day for 2 days, and I'll make, 200 bucks. I'll put 200 bucks each day into my pocket for doing these floors. Then I'll paint this whole apartment, 4 rooms, and I'll just throw in the little closet in the, I'll throw in the little closet. I could paint the room 10 by, this is a 10 by 10 room here. I could paint this room, cut it in, paint all the walls. I mean, these kind of rooms aren't hard to paint because you don't have no trim over the windows. Got to take these blinds down. They probably broke. I didn't even look at these blinds. Did they break these ones too? Let's see. Oh yeah, I can see it. There you go. Every blind, every freaking, every window. Look it, and you could tell kids didn't do that. You know what I mean? The lady did that. I'm 5 foot tall, and I'm reaching up for this. So actually, this is about 5 feet off the ground, right here. The height of the lady was probably like 5 feet tall too. She wasn't much taller than me, but she busted. They did this on purpose when they had to move. Every single blind in the house they broke. All brand new blinds. Oh, and did I get 4 of them? There's only 3 windows in here. I actually bought the brand new blinds. Alright, so we can return 1 set of blinds. That'll save the guy 40 bucks. He'll be a little bit happy about that, but not happy about all the toilet situation in his bathroom here. Turn on a light and get this light over here. This toilet situation in the bathroom. That they let the toilet leak. You know what I mean? For months and months and months, and never told the landlord. Like the toilet's falling through the floor. When are you gonna tell the owner of the house that gives you new faucets? You know what I mean? That put up new lights for you while you were living here, and you weren't really paying your rent all. You know what I mean? She wasn't really paying full rent, and he still went and replaced her faucet for her. He fixed her cabinet that she broke. I put a new faucet in here. You know what I mean? I put a new faucet in here. We put a new medicine cabinet in here for the girl. You know, you could tell that's not an old medicine cabinet. Looks a little crappy now. Just got to be cleaned up. You know what I mean? Look, they break the toilet paper holder. There's no freaking thing to hold the toilet paper. What they do with that? They break it off. They break everything. You know, the faucet's here. Shower here. Then they let the water run. I mean, this apartment is not bad for the amount of money. Connecticut's expensive to live, as people know. This city here, as a matter of fact, is the most expensive city for homeowners to own property in the state of Connecticut. Is this city here? That's the highest taxes, the highest water, everything. Highest car taxes, highest property taxes, highest water. And that's another thing this girl did before she moved. For the past couple of months before she moved, she ran all the water. She charged the owner's water bill up to like $4,000. $4,000 in I forget how many months, 2 or 3 months, $4,000 worth of water, because she was running the water constantly in here. You know, that's probably how the bubble got in the freaking, she's running hot. I don't know if she was running the hot water. Probably, because I think the girl that lived here was on Section 8 or whatever, so she didn't pay her electric or water or anything. You know what I mean? I know she got some kind of assistance for her electric and stuff like that, because I talked to her a few times. So obviously, they ran the water, whatever. Gave them a big bill. But who does that? Like, who runs their toilet? Who lets their toilet leak in their bathroom? You can hear the floor crunching under there. Until the whole toilet's literally 2.5 inches into the back of the caving into the ground. Like, look at this. Look at the toilet. Look at the bubble in the floor right here. I don't know if you guys could see that on camera, but I'm telling you, the front of the toilet is a ½ inch. The front of the toilet is a ½ inch caving in the ground, especially in this corner. This whole toilet is lopsided. If you look at it on the wall, it's leaning to the left. Hey, one day, I'm surprised she didn't fall into the tub. You know? But, yeah, that's what they do. They don't pay their rent, and then they destroy properties. And then they got the nerve to call the landlords slumlords. You know? Then they'll run all over town. They'll run all over town and say, oh, yeah, that last guy was my landlord don't... and then she had the nerve, from what I hear, because some other people over here know her. She actually had the freaking nerve. Look at this. Look at the size of the freaking nails they put in people's... in the land. Look at this. Look at this. Who the hell puts a freaking 2.5... Look at this. Who the hell puts... Now there's more holes to fix. You know what I mean? That's why I get... another one. Look at the freaking nails I just pulled out of the walls. Now I got a compound and sand and all of that stuff. All these little nail holes. Here's some more. Here's another one. Oh, that's actually a thumbtack. Get that out of the wall. But like I said, I could keep going as I'm walking around this apartment. I could keep going. I could walk around this apartment and just, you know, you don't notice the damage because of all, if you've seen all the garbage on the video before this, you don't notice all the damage till you start cleaning the garbage out. And then I start working on this place, and every corner of the friggin' apartment I get to, or you find more damage that you didn't see before. So it's like an ongoing thing. But like I said, this will cost this landlord, this owner of this property, and they're not bad. I mean, if you look at these condos here, they're in the outsides of them, they're taken care of. The porches aren't bad. The railings were just painted last year. I mean, you know, he put, like I said, this is gonna end up costing about $4 or $5 grand. $4 or $5 grand to fix all this, tear all these countertops out, put in new countertops, fix all these cabinet doors. They literally, that one's closing, but they break all the cabinet doors, everything. And of course, why would the owner, if I own this property, you know what I mean? Look at it, you can see the cabinet door. Look at this one. You can see the cabinet door there, right there. They broke that. She broke that one too. This one's probably freaking hanging off over here. Yeah, they broke the freaking whole door. You can see that up there. Whole top of the door. And then, see what they do? Then, they break the freaking door. They put a big screw in there, like I'm telling everybody not to do, if my camera will focus. And guess what? They put such a big screw in the freaking cabinet, the dum-dums that don't know what they're doing. They put the freaking screw through the freaking front of the cabinet door. I don't know. So, this is just a warning to be, if you're gonna buy properties, be careful who you rent to, because I'm telling you, if you rent to the people, certain people that don't give a crap, this is what you're gonna run into. And this is not gonna be 1 or 2 tenants. You know what I mean? You could do background checks. You could do everything. As I was saying before, this girl had the nerve, after leaving this apartment like this, she had the nerve to try to rent in another apartment and then give this owner of this apartment, she left this apartment like this. How do you leave an apartment like this, as you guys see? How do you leave an apartment like this and then give this owner of the apartment who just evicted you, the owner just evicted you, how do you give the new person you're trying to rent from their number as a reference? This guy was like, don't this guy was like, are you kidding me? He was like, listen, she don't pay rent. I had to evict her and she trashed my whole apartment. Like, that's the mentality of these people. That's the mentality of some people. Like, okay, you just destroyed the freaking former landlord's property. You know what I mean? And then you're looking for a place, and you give the new person that you're trying to move into their apartment the old landlord's number after you trash the whole freaking apartment. You trash the place. Like, how dumb could you be? Anyways, I'm going to end this video now because I'm going into 30 minutes here. And as you see, I got a lot of work ahead of me. I could probably bang this whole apartment out in 4 or 5, maybe 4 or 5 days. I don't know. Depending on how quick he gets the material, what he wants me to do one days, because I'll say, well, actually, I have to say I have to compound the walls, some spots, fix the walls before I start. I wanted to start painting in here today, which I don't know. I might paint this little bathroom today. Well, what I'm gonna do today actually is I'm gonna have to fix, as you can see, this thing probably this shower head probably leaks. As you can see, look at the walls here. Do they say anything? No. They put this shower head on themselves, as a matter of fact. I could tell. Oh yeah, there you go. Look at that. Tell me that shower head's not squirting water all the way. Look at this wall. This is what tenants do. Look at this. This isn't even tight. I'm taking it off with my. I just took this freaking thing off. Look at the rubber. Oh my Jesus. Okay, so you're supposed to have a rubber gasket in this. Get rid of that. Look at the rubber gasket. I'm going to show you guys. Here's why your water is leaking. Because you got the gasket pushed up inside the. It's not even good. You gotta. Alright, so basically, as you see that right there, I'm going to change the shower head now for this guy. And the new shower head's not going to do that damage. Throw that. Just throw it on the floor. Now I got to fix the... So I can't paint the bathroom today. I mean, I could probably paint most of it, but I can't paint all of it. Well, what I'm going to do actually is I have to pull this toilet. That's what I'm going to do today. I'll work on this for now. Go empty my truck of all that garbage before the guy comes at 12 o'clock for the dumpster. This is another thing.